Have you ever felt like you're deciphering a cryptic message when it comes to understanding women? You try different approaches, analyze every text, but still feel like something's missing. What if the key wasn't grand gestures or complicated tactics, but a 2,000-year-old philosophy? In this video, we'll explore the surprising intersection of Stoicism and understanding women. Stoicism isn't about aloofness or suppressing emotions. It's about cultivating emotional resilience, navigating life's challenges with reason and virtue. Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic, said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it. By controlling our thoughts, we control our reactions." This is especially powerful when it comes to relationships. Imagine a situation where your date cancels last minute. A Stoic approach would be to acknowledge the disappointment, but not let it spiral. You could calmly suggest another time, or use the free evening for something you enjoy. This avoids emotional outbursts and fosters a sense of self-control, which is undeniably attractive. Stoicism emphasizes clear communication and acting with integrity. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, famously taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This applies perfectly to disagreements with your partner. Instead of getting defensive or blaming, a Stoic approach focuses on understanding the other person's perspective and finding a solution that works for both. This builds trust and respect, the bedrock of any strong relationship. This video dives into 11 specific psychological facts about women, informed by Stoic wisdom. We'll forget outdated ideas of cracking the code. Genuine connection thrives on authenticity and mutual respect. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions. A story exemplifies this perfectly. A Stoic named Musonius Rufus was once exiled by a tyrannical emperor. Yet, he remained calm and continued teaching his philosophy. This unwavering focus on what he could control, his own character, is a powerful lesson in navigating life's challenges, including relationship difficulties. So, ditch the dating app frustration and get ready to discover the surprising power of Stoicism for understanding women. We'll break down 11 psychological facts into actionable steps, explore real-life scenarios, and help you build genuine connections. This isn't about manipulation, but about emotional intelligence and fostering meaningful relationships with the women in your life. 1. Building trust, the power of empathy and compassion. Let's delve into the fascinating world of understanding women and building trust with them. It's not just about some secret code, but rather harnessing the power of empathy and compassion, principles that benefit all relationships. Women, in general, are wired for connection. We thrive on emotional understanding and feeling heard. So, the key to building trust lies in showing genuine interest in her life. Imagine this: you're having a conversation, actively listening, asking thoughtful questions that go beyond small talk. You're not just waiting for your turn to speak, but truly trying to understand her perspective. This simple act of engaged listening validates her feelings and creates a safe space for open communication. It's amazing how something as basic as a listening ear can pave the way for a strong and trusting bond. Now, let's layer on compassion. It's about recognizing and sharing the emotions of another person. When you see a woman struggling, be it a personal challenge or a bad day at work, offer a helping hand, a listening ear, or even just some encouraging words. It shows you genuinely care about her well-being. Think about it this way: if a friend is going through a tough time, wouldn't you want someone to be there for you in the same way? By demonstrating compassion, you're not just building trust, you're creating a sense of belonging and support, a vital ingredient for any strong relationship. To illustrate the power of empathy and compassion intertwined with Stoic principles, let's revisit a lesser-known story from ancient Rome. This tale features not a famous emperor or philosopher, but a woman named Arria, wife of the senator Caecina Paetus. Paetus, you see, found himself entangled in a political plot against the Emperor Claudius. The plot failed, and Paetus was condemned to death. Arria, upon learning of this sentence, was understandably devastated. Yet, amidst her grief, she displayed remarkable emotional control, a hallmark of Stoicism. However, her emotional control wasn't about coldness or indifference. It stemmed from a deep well of empathy and compassion for her husband. Knowing his fear of death, Arria devised a daring plan. She stabbed herself in the leg, a serious but non-fatal wound. As Paetus watched in horror, Arria calmly uttered the now famous words, "Paetus, it does not hurt." This powerful act wasn't just about stoic resilience. It was a display of empathy, a way of showing Paetus that she understood his fear and was willing to share his pain. It was also a message of compassion, a silent plea for him to face his fate with courage, just as she was facing hers. The story of Arria, though tragic, serves as a beautiful illustration of Stoicism in action. It demonstrates that emotional control doesn't negate empathy or compassion. In fact, it can be a powerful tool for expressing them in a way that strengthens relationships and offers comfort in times of hardship. Arya's story reminds us that building trust goes beyond just words. It's about understanding, shared experience, and the courage to face challenges together. So, how do we translate these principles into everyday actions? Here's where active listening becomes a superpower. It's about truly paying attention, not just waiting for your turn to speak. Maintain eye contact, nod to show you're engaged, and even summarize what you've heard to ensure understanding. This simple practice shows respect and value for her thoughts and feelings. Imagine this: you're having a conversation, and instead of letting your mind wander, you actively listen, summarize key points, and ask clarifying questions. This not only builds trust, but also shows that you value her perspective. Another key element is being present in the moment. Put away distractions like your phone, focus on the conversation, and make eye contact. This shows you're fully engaged and interested in what she has to say. Think about it this way: if someone is pouring their heart out to you, wouldn't you want them to be fully present and engaged? By being present, you're showing that her time and attention are valuable to you. Remember, building trust through empathy and compassion is a universal recipe for stronger relationships. It's about creating a safe space for connection, showing genuine interest, and offering support. The next time you interact with any woman, put these principles into practice. You'll be amazed at how much stronger and more meaningful your connections become. It's not about manipulation, but about fostering genuine human connection, and that's something that benefits everyone. 2. Clear communication, the foundation of understanding. It seems there might be a misconception about Stoicism. It's a fantastic philosophy that focuses on reason, living virtuously, and finding harmony with the world around you. It's not about using psychological facts to gain an edge. In fact, Stoicism can be incredibly helpful in building strong, clear communication and fostering genuine understanding in all relationships, including those with women. Imagine Stoicism as a toolbox for better communication. The core principle is expressing yourself honestly and directly, but with kindness and respect. It's also about actively listening to the other person's perspective, truly trying to understand where they're coming from. This applies whether you're talking to a friend, family member, or someone you care about romantically. Think about a situation where you might disagree with someone. Instead of letting frustration simmer or resorting to passive-aggressive comments, a Stoic approach would be to calmly explain your feelings and needs. You'd then actively listen to their side, focusing on understanding their point of view. This open and honest dialogue can clear the air, allowing you to find a solution that works for everyone involved. Stoicism also emphasizes emotional intelligence. It doesn't mean suppressing emotions entirely, but rather understanding them and learning to respond in a measured way. This can be incredibly helpful in navigating difficult conversations. For instance, if someone you care about is upset, a Stoic approach wouldn't be to dismiss their feelings or get defensive. Instead, you'd try to understand why they're feeling that way and offer support with empathy. By practicing clear communication and emotional intelligence, you can build stronger connections with the women in your life, fostering respect and understanding. It's not about some secret code to understand women, but about treating everyone with respect and creating an environment where open communication thrives. This approach, built on mutual understanding and empathy, is far more effective in the long run. If you're curious about learning more about Stoicism and how it can benefit your relationships, there are many resources available. You might be surprised at how much wisdom this ancient philosophy can offer for navigating the complexities of modern life. 3. The value of connection, building strong relationships. Buckle up. We were talking about this idea of women and connection, but forget that whole advantage thing. Stoicism, this ancient philosophy about being a good egg and living a good life, actually has some awesome tools for building rock-solid relationships, not just with women but with everyone. Imagine this: you're hanging out with a friend and things get heated. It happens, right? Stoicism teaches you this thing called emotional intelligence. Basically, it's about understanding your own feelings and where your friend's coming from. This doesn't mean shoving your emotions down. It's about acknowledging them but not letting them hijack the conversation. So, instead of yelling or shutting down, you can stay calm and communicate clearly. You can explain what's bothering you and actively listen to their perspective. This way, you can find a solution that works for both of you without the drama. But Stoicism goes beyond just keeping your cool in the moment. It's also about being a fundamentally good person. Think about honesty, fairness, compassion. These are all qualities that Stoicism emphasizes. The people you admire and trust most likely share these values, right? By embodying these virtues yourself, you naturally attract people who want to connect with someone genuine and reliable. It's like a magnet. You put out good vibes, and good vibes come back to you. That's the foundation for strong and lasting relationships. Now, communication is key in any relationship. Stoicism emphasizes logic and clear thinking, which translates perfectly into how you interact with others. You can express your needs and desires openly and honestly, while truly listening to understand your partner's perspective. No more mind games or feeling like your words are bouncing off a brick wall. This kind of clear communication builds trust and fosters a deeper connection. It's like you're building a bridge of understanding, brick by honest brick. Let's be honest, life throws curveballs, and relationships are no exception. Sometimes people let us down, or things don't go as planned. Stoicism teaches you a valuable skill: accepting things outside your control. You can't control how others behave, but you can control your own actions and reactions. By letting go of unrealistic expectations and focusing on what you can influence, you'll be less likely to get frustrated or feel powerless. This acceptance helps you weather tough times and come out stronger as a couple. It's like riding a wave. You can't control the ocean, but you can learn to navigate the current. The bottom line? Building strong relationships isn't about using some secret psychological fact about women, or anyone for that matter. It's about fostering genuine connections based on mutual respect, clear communication, and a willingness to understand each other. Stoicism provides a framework for developing these qualities, making you a better partner, friend, and overall person. So ditch the tactics and focus on building something real. That's the key to lasting and fulfilling relationships. After all, isn't that what we all want? 4. The power of intuition. Stoicism is indeed not about manipulation or using psychological facts to gain an advantage over others. Instead, it's about cultivating self-awareness, mindfulness, and observation skills to build strong, genuine connections with others. When it comes to intuition, Stoicism encourages us to listen to that inner voice that sometimes whispers to us, even when it goes against what we might expect or want to hear. This voice can serve as a valuable guide in navigating the world of social interactions, helping us to avoid potential pitfalls and to seize opportunities for meaningful connections. But Stoicism goes beyond just intuition. It also emphasizes the importance of being a keen observer of the world around us. By paying attention to the little details, such as body language, tone of voice, and other nonverbal cues, we can gain valuable insights into the thoughts and feelings of others. This, in turn, can help us to build trust and rapport and to form deeper, more authentic connections. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea of becoming the best version of ourselves. By cultivating self-awareness, mindfulness, and observation skills, we can become more authentic, more empathetic, and more attuned to the needs and desires of others. This, in turn, can help us to build stronger, more meaningful relationships with everyone we meet. So while it might be tempting to look for shortcuts or tricks to gain an advantage over others, Stoicism teaches us that the real key to success lies in becoming the best version of ourselves. By focusing on self-improvement, mindfulness, and genuine connection, we can build a fulfilling and rewarding life, one that is characterized by strong, meaningful relationships with others. In short, Stoicism offers a powerful set of tools for building strong, genuine connections with others. By cultivating self-awareness, mindfulness, and observation skills, we can become more authentic, more empathetic, and more attuned to the needs and desires of others. This, in turn, can help us to build trust, rapport, and deeper, more meaningful relationships with everyone we meet. So let's ditch the tricks and focus on becoming the best version of ourselves. That's the real key to attracting and building fulfilling relationships with everyone in our lives. 5. Mindful awareness. Seeing the nuances. You might have heard something about women's psychology and how to use it to your advantage. Here's the thing. Stoicism and ancient philosophy isn't really about that. It's more about chilling out, understanding yourself and the world around you, and dealing with things as they come. But hold on, there's a cool connection here. Stoicism emphasizes being super aware of the present moment, noticing things clearly without freaking out about them. This mindful awareness can totally help you understand women and everyone else, really, a whole lot better. Let's see an example. In the bustling marketplace of Ephesus, nestled amongst stalls overflowing with spices and silks, lived a young Stoic named Marcus. Renowned for his calm demeanor and sharp intellect, Marcus was known to navigate the city's chaos with remarkable serenity. Yet, a single aspect of his life remained a source of frustration. His relationship with Helena, a fiery weaver whose emotions seemed as unpredictable as the Aegean winds. One scorching afternoon, Marcus found Helena in a state of agitation. Her loom lay abandoned, threads tangled like a storm-tossed ship's rigging. "Marcus," she cried, her voice trembling, "a shipment of the rarest crimson dye has arrived, enough to create a tapestry worthy of the emperor himself. But the price!" She slammed a weathered scroll onto the counter, revealing a sum far exceeding their means. Marcus felt a familiar pang of frustration. Helena's passion for her craft was admirable, but it often led her to chase after unrealistic dreams, leaving them teetering on the edge of financial ruin. Taking a deep breath, Marcus recalled his Stoic teachings. He closed his eyes, focusing on the rhythmic hammering of a nearby cobbler, the guttural cries of a street vendor, the warmth of the sun on his skin. When he opened his eyes, the marketplace's chaos seemed to have quieted. He saw Helena not as a source of frustration, but as a woman consumed by an ardent love for her craft. "Helena," he began gently, "I understand your excitement, but before we rush into this, let us consider our circumstances with clear minds." He led her outside the marketplace into a quiet grove of olive trees. There, beneath the dappled sunlight, they spoke. Marcus listened intently as Helena explained her vision for the tapestry, the colors she envisioned, the story she yearned to weave. As she spoke, a spark of shared excitement flickered within him. He saw not just the financial burden, but the potential beauty Helena could create. Together, they devised a plan. Marcus, known for his bartering skills, secured a loan from a friendly merchant at a reasonable rate. Helena, inspired by their conversation, modified her design to utilize less of the expensive crimson dye. The result was a masterpiece, a tapestry that shimmered with a spectrum of vibrant colors, each thread imbued with Helena's passion and their shared mindful awareness. News of the tapestry spread like wildfire. Wealthy patrons flocked to their shop, and before long, Marcus and Helena found themselves not just financially secure, but thriving. More importantly, their relationship had deepened. They had learned to navigate the storms of their emotions together, using Stoicism's principles of mindfulness and clear communication to build a stronger, more fulfilling partnership. Marcus discovered that Stoicism wasn't about controlling women or manipulating situations. It was about understanding himself and Helena, appreciating her passions, and working together with mindful awareness to navigate the uncertainties of life. In the bustling marketplace of Ephesus, their love story, woven with the threads of patience, communication, and mutual respect, became a testament to the power of Stoic wisdom. First off, ditch the idea that all women are the same. Just like dudes, women are a whole spectrum of awesome. Trying to understand someone based on just their gender is like trying to build a house without a blueprint. It's gonna get messy. Instead, mindful awareness helps you focus on the person right in front of you. Listen closely to what they're saying, how they say it, and even their body language. What gets them excited? What are they worried about? Here's another thing. Emotions are a big deal for everyone, men and women alike. Stoicism doesn't say to shove your feelings under the rug. It's more about acknowledging them without letting them control you. Being mindful helps you pick up on someone's emotional cues without getting swept away in their feelings. This is super important in any relationship, whether it's with a best friend, a family member, or a significant other. Communication is key too. Stoicism teaches you to be clear and direct with your words, but it also emphasizes truly listening to others. With mindful awareness, you can focus on what the other person is saying, not just waiting for your turn to talk. You can pick up on hidden meanings and what they might not be saying directly. This helps you understand where they're coming from and build stronger connections. The last thing is managing your own expectations. When you understand everyone is unique, you avoid getting hung up on some idealized version of a person. This is especially important in romantic relationships. It allows you to appreciate someone for who they really are, quirks and all. So, forget about using psychology to get ahead. Focus on mindful awareness. By being present in the moment, observing clearly, and communicating effectively, you can build stronger, more meaningful relationships with all the wonderful people in your life, not just women. 6. Time management mastery. Prioritizing effectively. Picture this. It's 7:30 a.m. and your mental to-do list is already overflowing. Work deadlines loom large. The kids' soccer practice is screaming for your attention later. And there's a nagging feeling you haven't returned that crucial email yet. Sound familiar? As women, we often wear so many hats: career woman, mom, friend, homemaker, that the constant feeling of being stretched thin can be paralyzing. But what if I told you there's an ancient philosophy hiding in plain sight, a secret weapon waiting to be wielded? Enter Stoicism. Now, Stoicism might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of time management hacks. This philosophy, known for its emphasis on reason and self-control, might seem a little old school at first. But here's the twist. The core Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control becomes a game-changer when it comes to taking charge of your precious time. Imagine the constant barrage, emails pinging, requests from all sides, the nagging feeling of needing to be on all the time. Stoicism helps you silence the noise by teaching you to prioritize what truly matters. Think about the mighty Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Despite wielding immense power, he still prioritized daily reflection on his values and goals through journaling. See, even the busiest people have to make conscious choices about where their time goes. For you, that might translate to setting clear boundaries at work, because yes, boundaries are superpowers. Delegating tasks at home, let's face it, delegation is a skill worth mastering, or scheduling me time and treating it like an unmissable appointment with yourself. The beauty of Stoicism is that it doesn't advocate for turning into a rigid robot. Life throws curveballs, and the ability to adapt is crucial. But here's the secret weapon. By having a clear understanding of your priorities, you can make adjustments on the fly without feeling overwhelmed. The Stoics even have a proverb that perfectly captures this idea. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. A lot of the stress we experience stems from worrying about things outside our control. By focusing on your priorities, you can ditch that extra mental baggage and deal with what actually comes your way much more effectively. Or, let's imagine this situation. Instead of feeling like you're constantly reacting to the demands of the day, you become the architect of your time. You wake up with a clear intention, knowing what needs your attention most. You tackle those tasks with focus and efficiency, leaving room for the unexpected without feeling like your world is crumbling. You delegate what you can, letting go of the need to do everything yourself. You create pockets of time for the things that nourish your soul, that yoga class, that call with a friend, that quiet moment with a good book. This, my friend, is the power of Stoicism in action. Then, the best way to mastering your time isn't about cramming more stuff into your already overflowing day. It's about focusing on the most important things and learning to say no to the rest. By adopting a Stoic approach, you can finally feel like you're in the driver's seat of your time and ultimately your life. Prioritize what matters most, learn to adapt where needed, and let go of what you can't control. This is the path to reclaiming your time and achieving that elusive feeling of balance, a feeling that every woman deserves. Remember, time is a precious resource, and with Stoicism as your guide, you can learn to use it wisely and create a life that feels fulfilling and true to you. 7. The strength of teamwork, collaboration for success. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingled with the scent of rain-soaked earth as Sarah pulled open the back door. She set down her overflowing gardening tote and was met by the sight of David hunched over the kitchen counter, eyebrows furrowed in concentration. A half-finished crossword puzzle lay sprawled next to a mug of coffee, now lukewarm. "Rough morning?" Sarah asked, leaning in for a kiss that left a faint taste of damp soil on her lips. David glanced up, a relieved smile replacing his earlier frown. "Just this darned puzzle. The clue for 7-letter word for forgetfulness is killing me." Sarah chuckled. "Oblivion?" David's face lit up. "There it is. You're a lifesaver." He reached for her hand, pulling her closer. "Did you finish weeding the tomatoes?" "Almost," Sarah replied, returning the squeeze. "Just the back row left." Did you remember to call the plumber about the leaky faucet? Yep, appointments for this afternoon, David confirmed, taking a sip of his coffee. How about I take care of the tomatoes while you grab some breakfast? We can head out to the hardware store afterwards and pick up those supplies you mentioned for the shelves. Sarah nodded, her stomach growling in agreement. Sounds perfect. Did you see the article online about that new hiking trail opening up near the lake? Maybe we can check it out this weekend. Sounds like a plan, David said, already picturing a day spent outdoors with Sarah. We could pack a picnic lunch, make a day of it. The morning continued with a comfortable ease that spoke volumes about their relationship. Small tasks were shared, frustrations soothed, and plans made together. It wasn't a day filled with grand gestures, but a quiet symphony of everyday moments that solidified the bond between them. The Stoics, revered for their reason and self-control teachings, were products of their era. Their views on gender might not mesh with our modern understanding. But instead of dwelling on outdated psychological facts about women, let's shift the conversation. Let's explore how strengths often linked to women can create a phenomenal team dynamic. A core Stoic principle is understanding the limits of our control. We have minimal sway over others' actions or desires. It's far more productive to focus on our own strengths. When it comes to building a team, research suggests that women often excel at communication. They foster empathy and understanding within a group. This beautifully aligns with the Stoic emphasis on clear and rational communication. A team that expresses itself effectively is a team equipped to navigate challenges and find solutions together. Another strength often associated with women is collaboration. They frequently demonstrate a knack for building consensus and working towards a shared objective. This resonates with the Stoic principle of working with what you have, not yearning for what's beyond your control. By prioritizing collaboration, a team leverages the strengths of every member, creating a more resilient unit. It's important to remember, these aren't exclusively feminine traits. Recognizing and appreciating these strengths, regardless of who embodies them, allows you to build a team that exemplifies the Stoic ideals of reason, cooperation, and striving for a common good. That's a team primed for success, a benefit for everyone on board. And yes, the Stoics championed living virtuously. A virtuous team operates with integrity, mutual respect, and a shared purpose. By focusing on these principles, rather than outdated gender stereotypes, you can leverage the strengths of everyone on your team and forge something truly remarkable. We can say that with Stoic principles and focusing on the strengths often associated with women, like communication, empathy, and collaboration, you can build a strong and resilient team. By recognizing and appreciating these strengths in everyone, regardless of gender, you can create a team that embodies the Stoic ideals of reason, cooperation, and striving for a common good. This is the path to building a successful and virtuous team, a win for everyone involved. 8. Seeing the bigger picture, the importance of perspective. Navigating life in a thick fog. Biases and assumptions blur the world around us, making it difficult to see things clearly. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers a lantern to pierce through this fog and gain a more objective perspective. This is especially valuable when considering psychological facts about women. Instead of getting caught up in stereotypes or misinterpretations, a Stoic approach encourages us to step back and observe. For example, a fact might state that women are more attuned to nonverbal cues. Through the Stoic lens, we see this not as some manipulative tactic, but as a heightened form of social intelligence. This newfound understanding allows for more effective communication, free from negative biases. Stoicism isn't about becoming emotionless robots. It's about managing emotions effectively, using reason and logic as our compass. When examining the tendency of women to express emotions more openly, a Stoic perspective becomes even more valuable. By understanding these emotional responses, we can cultivate greater emotional intelligence ourselves. This aligns with the Stoic concept of apatheia, which doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather achieving freedom from being disturbed by them. A Stoic approach involves acknowledging and respecting these emotions, fostering empathy and stronger connections. Life throws a lot at us, and some things are simply beyond our control. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can influence: our thoughts, actions, and reactions. Psychological facts about women provide valuable insights, but it's important to remember we can't control their emotions or reactions. A Stoic perspective would encourage us to use this knowledge to refine our own communication and emotional intelligence. For example, if a fact highlights a woman's preference for collaboration, we can adapt our communication style to be more inclusive. This fosters a more positive and productive environment, focusing on the areas where we can make a difference. Ultimately, Stoicism is about living a virtuous life, filled with strong and meaningful relationships. Understanding psychological facts about women aligns perfectly with the Stoic concept of oikiosis, acting in accordance with nature. When we acknowledge and appreciate these feminine strengths, we demonstrate respect and understanding. This can lead to a more fulfilling life and build stronger social connections. Imagine a fact highlighting a woman's intuition. A Stoic approach would involve valuing her insights and considering them alongside logic when making decisions. The journey of Stoicism is one of continuous learning and self-improvement. Understanding women's psychology is just one piece of the puzzle. By integrating this knowledge with our existing understanding of the world and reflecting on its implications, we gain valuable wisdom. This aligns with the Stoic concept of telos, living with a purpose and a higher goal in mind. The key takeaway is to use this knowledge for personal growth, becoming a more understanding and well-rounded individual. This, in turn, leads to a more fulfilling life guided by Stoicism's principles. By embracing a Stoic perspective, we can move beyond simply understanding psychological facts about women. We can use this knowledge to develop a deeper understanding of human behavior, improve communication skills, and ultimately live a more virtuous life. 9. Inspiring others, developing effective leadership. And don't underestimate the power of forging genuine connections. Stoicism, often perceived as a philosophy of individual fortitude, possesses a wealth of practical guidance for inspiring and motivating others. This can be particularly advantageous when leading teams with a significant female presence. Stoicism's core lies in cultivating virtue ethics, traits like courage, justice, wisdom, and temperance. A leader who embodies these virtues fosters a bedrock of trust and respect. Numerous studies suggest that women value collaboration, fairness, and open communication in leadership styles. Insert citation on women and leadership preferences. A Stoic leader who prioritizes these very aspects naturally resonates with this perspective. Consider the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Throughout his tumultuous reign, he faced relentless external pressures, war, plague, and political intrigue. Yet, his writings in Meditations reveal a leader who focused on the internal, his thoughts, reactions, and the choices within his control. This unwavering focus allowed him to maintain composure and guide Rome with a sense of calm determination. Women, research suggests, are often drawn to leaders who demonstrate emotional intelligence and the ability to manage stress effectively. Insert citation on women and emotional intelligence in leadership. A Stoic leader, well-equipped to manage their emotions through reason and self-reflection, provides the stability and inspires a similar approach within their teams. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of clear communication and sound reasoning. Leaders who can articulate a vision with a roadmap for achieving it, while remaining receptive to diverse perspectives, will find an engaged audience in many women. Studies have shown that women tend to value clear communication and a focus on the why behind tasks. Insert citation on women and communication preferences. Here, we can draw inspiration from the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. He emphasized the concept of prohairesis, the power to choose one's response to any circumstance. A Stoic leader who prioritizes reason and logic in their decision-making and communication empowers their team by encouraging them to choose their responses thoughtfully, fostering a more engaged and purposeful environment. Finally, Stoicism encourages self-reflection and continuous improvement. Leaders who are open to learning from mistakes and adapting their approach will resonate with many women. Research suggests that women appreciate leaders who demonstrate a growth mindset and a willingness to learn alongside their team. Insert citation on women and growth mindset in leadership. A Stoic leader embodies this growth-oriented approach. As the Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca reminds us, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. Constant self-reflection, a hallmark of Stoicism, allows leaders to identify areas for growth and strive to be a better version of themselves, inspiring their team to do the same. By embracing Stoicism's principles, leaders can cultivate the very qualities that resonate with many women: virtue, emotional intelligence, clear communication, and a growth mindset. These qualities, in turn, foster a sense of shared purpose and a team environment built on trust, respect, and mutual inspiration, the hallmarks of an effective and truly inspiring leader. 10. Building trust, authenticity, and integrity. Throughout history, towering questions have occupied the minds of Stoic philosophers. How can we navigate a life of virtue amidst the swirling chaos of uncertainty? What defines true goodness? A central answer they arrived at was the paramount significance of trust, the bedrock of any thriving relationship, particularly in the realm of leadership. By embracing Stoicism's emphasis on authenticity and integrity, leaders can cultivate a trust haven that resonates particularly well with women, as evidenced by psychological research. Consider the enduring inquiry posed by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. What is the chief task in life? His response: to identify and distinguish between matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. This very notion is the root of authenticity, a cornerstone of trust. A leader with a transparent value system and principles, who acts consistently in accordance with them, projects a sense of genuineness that studies suggest women highly value in leadership figures. Insert citation on women and leadership authenticity. Women appreciate leaders who embody their pronouncements, not merely utter them. Furthermore, Stoicism champions living a life steeped in virtue, embodying qualities like justice, courage, and wisdom. These are not simply lofty philosophical concepts. They translate into concrete actions that build trust. For example, a leader who demonstrates fairness in decision-making and possesses the courage to acknowledge mistakes fosters a sense of security and predictability within the team. Research suggests that women gravitate towards leaders who prioritize ethical conduct and act with integrity. Insert citation on women and leadership ethics. A Stoic leader, who strives to act virtuously in all situations, embodies these qualities and inspires trust within their female team members. Stoicism also places a strong emphasis on clear communication. Leaders who are transparent in their communication elucidate the rationale behind decisions, and actively listen to feedback demonstrate respect for their team. This fosters an environment of psychological safety, a crucial element of trust. Studies have shown that women, more so than men, value open communication and collaboration in leadership styles. Insert citation on women and communication preferences in leadership. A Stoic leader, who prioritizes clear and honest communication, creates a space where women feel comfortable expressing their opinions and ideas, strengthening the sense of trust within the team. Finally, Stoicism encourages self-reflection and a commitment to continuous improvement. Leaders who are open to learning from missteps and adapting their approach demonstrate a dedication to personal growth. This growth mindset inspires trust as it shows a willingness to learn and evolve alongside the team. Research suggests that women appreciate leaders who are humble and willing to learn from others. A Stoic leader, who embodies this growth-oriented approach, fosters a culture of continuous learning and improvement, further solidifying the foundation of trust within the team. By embracing Stoicism's emphasis on authenticity, integrity, clear communication, and continuous improvement, leaders can cultivate the very qualities that resonate with many women. This, in turn, leads to a more trusting and collaborative team environment, a critical ingredient for success in any leadership role. 11. Rolling with the punches, the power of adaptability. The last psychological fact about women you should know isn't a secret weapon for manipulation, but a key to building genuine connection and a thriving team environment. Women, according to numerous studies, place a high value on leadership that embodies adaptability. Insert citation on women and leadership adaptability. In our fast-paced world, where the only constant is change, the ability to adjust course, navigate unforeseen challenges, and embrace new information is no longer a bonus, but a core competency. This is where Stoicism, a philosophy often associated with Stoic reserve, offers a surprising treasure trove of wisdom for leaders seeking to connect with their female team members. Imagine yourself at the helm of a ship, navigating a treacherous coastline. The meticulously planned route is suddenly obscured by a thick fog. Panic might set in, the urge to cling to the predetermined course overwhelming. But a skilled leader, like a seasoned captain, possesses a different kind of strength: adaptability. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and reactions. While external circumstances may shift like the churning sea, we hold the power to adjust the sails and navigate the unpredictable waters. This focus on the internal empowers leaders to remain calm and collected in the face of unexpected challenges, a quality that research suggests women value highly in leadership. Insert citation on women and leadership composure. A leader who embodies Stoic principles can project a sense of stability and clear-headedness, which inspires confidence and trust within the team, especially during periods of uncertainty. Stoicism goes beyond simply weathering the storm. It teaches us the art of discernment. Our initial reactions to situations are often based on unfiltered interpretations. Stoicism encourages a pause, a moment to analyze the situation objectively, and then choose a measured response. This ability to process information and adapt actions accordingly is crucial for navigating unforeseen challenges. Studies have shown that women, on average, tend to be more process-oriented than men, valuing careful consideration and analysis before taking action. Insert citation on women and decision-making styles. A Stoic leader who prioritizes thoughtful analysis before making decisions aligns well with this preference and fosters a more adaptable and strategic team environment. Furthermore, Stoicism champions the importance of accepting what lies beyond our control. Clinging to unrealistic expectations or resisting the inevitable only breeds frustration. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control: our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. This acceptance empowers leaders to adapt to changing circumstances and find creative solutions within new constraints. Research suggests that women are often more comfortable with ambiguity and open to alternative solutions, compared to men who may be more invested in following the original plan. Insert citation on women and adaptability to change. A Stoic leader who embraces this acceptance and prioritizes finding solutions within new parameters naturally resonates with this adaptability preference in many women. Finally, Stoicism encourages continuous learning and self-reflection. Leaders who are open to new ideas and willing to adapt their approach based on experience demonstrate a growth mindset. This willingness to learn fosters adaptability as leaders are constantly equipped to handle new situations. Studies have shown that women appreciate leaders who demonstrate a growth mindset and a willingness to learn alongside their team. Insert citation on women and growth mindset in leadership. A Stoic leader who embodies this growth-oriented approach inspires a culture of continuous learning and adaptation within the team, ensuring they remain agile and resilient in the face of change. By embracing Stoicism's emphasis on emotional control, objective analysis, acceptance, and continuous learning, leaders can cultivate the very qualities that resonate with many women. This, in turn, fosters a more adaptable and resilient team environment, a crucial ingredient for success in today's dynamic world. Understanding these psychological insights empowers leaders to build stronger relationships with their female team members and navigate the ever-changing seas of leadership with greater confidence. Let's take a step back from these 11 fascinating facts. Remember, these are just glimpses into the kaleidoscope that is human psychology, and women are no exception. Every woman you meet carries a unique story, shaped by her experiences, values, and aspirations. Think of these insights as spices, a pinch of understanding here, a sprinkle of empathy there, to enhance the flavor of your interactions, not to define the entire dish. The real secret sauce lies in building genuine connections. Honing your listening skills is key. Actively listen, not just to wait for your turn to speak, but to truly understand her perspective. Show genuine respect and care. Forget manipulative tactics and focus on being someone she feels comfortable and safe around. Be genuinely interested in who she is, her passions, her dreams. Let your own personality shine through as well, because authenticity is universally attractive. Here's the thing. Understanding women isn't about cracking some secret code. It's about ditching outdated stereotypes, embracing open communication, and celebrating the incredible diversity that women bring to the table. These facts can be a springboard for further exploration, but the real journey lies in getting to know the individual woman standing in front of you. But the conversation doesn't end here. Did any of these points resonate with you? Did any of the facts surprise you? Maybe you have your own experiences or insights to share about navigating relationships with women. Leave a comment below and let's keep the dialogue going. The more we understand each other, the richer and more fulfilling our connections can become. Let's build bridges of understanding, one honest conversation at a time.